Hey folks, Coach Simmons again, back in the car, doing my whole Blitz City podcast thing, breaking news in the car. Well, almost over with my reconnaissance for my day job. Over here in New Hampshire, actually, right now I'm over in Kennebunkport, Maine. As you can see, that's the beach, that's the ocean. I'm just chilling in the car right now. It makes you understand more about thinking outside the box. In reviewing the New Hampshire campus, reviewing the University of New Hampshire and University of Maine over in Orono, Black Bears, do your thing. Um, it makes you see how things can be done and how things are done. None of these schools are going to be powerhouses as far as financial gains or be powerhouses as far as athletics. Location wise, it's not conducive to getting more talent. It's just not. But the perception, once again, the perception from the community that these schools are not less than. These schools are equal, if not better than, a lot of the schools in the surrounding areas. Why is that? Well, researching is a wonderful thing, right? These schools have not only progressed, promoted, and straight up explained they are as equal, if not better than any school in this region. They've shut down any, and I mean any, negative talk about them. They don't have a great online presence, but they have a bunch of warriors who are online who rebuke, whatever you want to call it, any negative press they get. When it comes to football, no, they're not getting the 4 and 5 star recruits. Don't get me wrong, New Hampshire had a great running back, but they're not getting these great recruiting class, top 50, top 5, whatever. They're not getting the Power 5, Group of 5 players. They're getting those 2 and 3 stars who just want to play for the passion. That's something I don't think we understand. When it comes to HBCUs, we have to not understand our place, but understand what we can do. Until we actually want to make a move as a unison or a group of people, schools, at least 4, we have to understand the place we're in. It seems that we are determined to be one of the bottom FCS conferences instead of being the SEC of the FCS. When it comes to talent, recruiting, the MEAC, hell, the SIAC, CIAA, and the SWAC are in the best recruiting base for football and basketball talent in the country. Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, hell, Tennessee, Kentucky, you want to go that far? Excuse me. On up to Virginia, North Carolina, West Virginia, D.C., Maryland. I'm saying we are in Delaware even the best recruiting base for college athletics. There are things we can do. I've been pointing them out for the last 3 years. We can go ahead and we can get in more funding. How? Well, we lead the FCS and attendance basically for HBCUs. We can partner with beer companies, sell beer that has a logos on it. And then what happens? 2% of that goes, 2%, $2 out of every beer sold will go back to NIL. $1 out of every beer sold go back to the university. The rest of it, give it to the other school for profit. Give it to the company for profit. I don't care. But $3 out of every beer sold to go back to the school, to NIL, and for updates. If somebody gets crazy and says, well, how much money would that be? If you have a total of 19,000 people, let's just say you have 10,000 at your game. That 10,000, 7,000 buys beer. Tailgating and otherwise. Yeah, you can sell them at the grocery store. You sell beer for $10. It's still cheaper than Colorado and Tennessee and UCLA. $10 a beer, okay. Say you sell 5,000 units. It's $15,000 per game that the school would get. That $15,000, 10,000 a game would go to NIL or to the football fund. 5,000 a game go to the school. You have 6 home games, 5 times 6, 30,000 to the school, 60,000 to the NIL. NIL doesn't have to be millions of dollars. You have to start somewhere. That's just for the game. You have them on your store, shelves, your neighborhood, your community, you can get more money sold that way. And we are known for, like I said, we're known for tailgating. We're known for the party. What's stopping us from selling barbecue sauce? Stopping us from selling, fish fry seasoning? What's stopping us from using our logo, using the brand to get more money? Up here, they have ale, Boston Lager, with school logos on them. That's $60,000 per year for NIL. Don't sound like a lot, do it? That's football only. Football only, yeah, $1,000 a year for a kid. Ain't sound like a lot, do it? The $1,000 a year, we already given the kids room and board, free education, free food. That's an extra per diem. That's just through the school year, just through the football season. So you figure that's what? September, October, November, December, 4 months. Come on, people. The thing is, and until we get outside of our box, to think outside of the box, we're gonna be stuck in that damn box. And I mean that. The longer we're stuck in the box, that box turns into a damn coffin. And if we're the ones keeping our ass in that coffin, we can't bitch about no one else holding us down and throwing the dirt on the top. That's just bottom line. The shit I've seen this week makes me want to puke for the shit out here about HBCUs. I know I'm harping on Charles McClellan, but you know what? doing the same thing over and over again, hoping for a different response, different result, is the definition of insanity. How in the hell can the CAA get a $10 million contract from Flow Sports, which guarantees some of their games will be on linear television, CBS, nationally broadcast? Schools keep all availability to have local television contracts. The games that are not on Flow Sports or CBS, you can negotiate a package via school or via conference to another network. And with all your games, paywall or not, no matter how you want to look at the fact what Flow does, every freaking game is on TV. It's broadcast. Can we say the same thing about ESPN? Is ESPN willing and are able to broadcast every single HBCU game? I mean, you only have, two commentators that handle black sports anyway. Are they spread out? Can they do more than one game a week? I know you're tired of talking about contract. I understand it. I understand it. I get it. But we need to flex out. If I was in the recruiting room, if I was in the negotiating room, if I was Charles McClellan, point blank, simply put, I want my games on TV. Right? Okay. Oregon State and Washington State, they have TV contracts with CW and Fox for home games. Okay, I will be calling them right now to get two of my teams up there. It's a guaranteed payday. It's a guaranteed on TV game. When it comes down to, I've been saying this for years, but now since the Sun Belt has jumped up and the SWAC has not made their move, I would challenge Conference USA. I know we're going to get our ass whooped. I'm not stupid. But not as much as you think. Sam Houston's, the Jacksonville States of the world. We can compete. We can compete with those schools. Missouri State, shit like that. We can compete with those schools. Kennesaw State. Tennessee State just beat Kennesaw State last year. We can compete with those schools. And by competing with those schools, because they're actually on television, the FBS game, we'll get the eyes and the money. Same time, if I was McClellan, I'm renegotiating the contracts now. We're not waiting until they're over with. Starting now. What I want, I don't give a damn what anyone else says. If I have to go through the HBCU presidents, this is what I want. I want a game a week. Maybe two, but I'm pushing for one at first. Guaranteed for 3 years. On Friday night on ESPN. If ESPN cannot accept that or work with that, go to TNT. Go to TNT and ask for two. You can put everything on some app, sure. But I want at least one game a week on broadcast television over the air. With TNT losing the NBA, they used to be in college football. They may give you 2 games a week. A Friday night game, probably a Saturday night game. Load up every week your most powerful games. Grambling versus Prairie View. Prairie View and Texas Southern. Jackson and Southern. Alabama A&M, Alabama State. FAMU and Jackson. FAMU and Bethune-Cookman. These games should be on over-the-air television. Not paywall, not an app. I will make sure that's what I'm trying to negotiate. That's how I'm going to go into this with a seat of power. If I can't get that, if that's the first thing that you tell me no on, it means you're not truthfully negotiating with me. And when it comes down to it, excuse me, if you're not going to be honest in negotiating, I will go somewhere else. Because even if it comes down to me just signing with HBCU Go and HBCU Plus, there's a cherry on top. If I don't have the contract with ESPN saying I can't negotiate anywhere else, I can negotiate with CW. We can go ahead and get a game a week. Because honestly, ESPN ain't paying you shit anyway. So, ESPN ain't paying you, it's fine. I'm going with someone else who will. This whole thing about exposure over money is bullshit. You don't got exposure, whatever. ACC has CW. They're getting paid for it. Everyone else has ESPN. They're getting paid for it. We're sitting here getting exposure. $6 million for the whole conference? Come on, folks. Come on, people. That's all your work. Every sport. Why is there not a documentary about Gramblin's run in the NCAA tournament last year in basketball? Why is there not a documentary about the dominance Tamika Reed had at Jackson State? Why is there not a documentary? Hell, I don't give a fuck about Coach Prime running the shit. I'll have a documentary about Coach Prime being in Jackson State. I have a documentary about the run of FAMU, changing from the MEAC to Celebration Bowl champions. This is what I'm talking about. There are other things to put together besides just, oh, we gotta watch the football game, watch the basketball game. You can do behind the scenes shit. There's so much content for HBCUs that is fucking ridiculous, man. Band battles, okay? Look, I know Flow Sports does a band battle, and it looks like bullshit, because it really is. I know Smush Time band battles, they they blow away anything that Flow Sports does. I understand that. But the organization of getting together a couple of bands to battle, getting together a couple of bands to show off, a couple of bands to have a tournament. I'm dead serious. What's up with a band tournament? HBCU band tournament. We can have leagues. SIAC, CIAA, hell, bring in the Red River, the Gulf Coast Conference. You got a band? Okay, bring your ass in. You in that conference. It comes down to a 16 playoff system. The championship game is the Celebration Bowl, halftime show. I don't give a damn if your school's playing. I don't care if it's Jackson State playing who the hell? Morgan State. If the top two bands were Southern and Bowie State, then guess what? Jackson State and Morgan State, y'all motherfuckers are taking off that weekend. Y'all can play in the stands. We're gonna have Bowie State versus Southern at the halftime show, and the winner of that gets crowned HBCU band champion. You have every game. Every game is a tournament game. This is the kind of stuff we can do. This kind of stuff that we can put out there. We can put out. So they have a thing called Battle of the Brains. Happens every year, Austin, Texas, during South by. Battle of the Brains brings together certain teams from HBCUs. See how smart you are. Why not put that out? We have opera, we have singing classes, we have dance, we have so much content that we are not using, we're not promoting. So of course people aren't going to know what the hell an HBCU is. Of course you're going to be short on money. When I found out New Hampshire's opera classes, or New Hampshire's opera team makes money, but not only they go out and sing at different events, yada, yada, yada. They have a YouTube page strictly for that. There's so much stuff HBCUs have we're not promoting. And if I was Mr. McClellan, first of all, I don't know why the hell you blocked me on Twitter. It's bullshit. But if I was him, I would definitely be out there promoting every freaking thing we do. Every event we do. We can do we can do one of the biggest missed opportunities. Remember Deaf Poetry Jam? We have some of the best poets in the world at HBCUs. That's actually my link into a HBCU. Google it. Chris Simmons, National Library of Poetry, 1998, Poet of the Year, Houston Tillotson College, University. Book called Adrift on the Breeze. That's my link into an HBCU. See, that's the thing people don't realize. There's so much damn talent at an HBCU that we have got to start promoting and using it. I'm sorry, folks. We really do. We really have to do it. Because right now, with news coming out today about the DEI, 57 scholarships put on hold or rejected by Texas A&M because of diversity, inclusion, and something, whatever, DEI. It's letting you know they don't want your black ass around. Same time they dropped that about the 57 scholarships being put on hold or rejected, they dropped a video promoting the football season with some rap song I never heard of. I don't listen to crap. I listen to rap, but I don't listen to BS. Some rap song with somebody talking about shooting somebody up. So it's all good to talk about killing your ass, but it ain't all good to talk about educating your ass. Same day, A&M dropped the DEI information. They dropped a video with a song talking about killing niggas. I can't make this shit up. I can't make it up. It comes to a point where everybody says they want to get black folks back to HBCUs. It's not that. I'm not about segregation. I'm about promoting HBCUs as a viable option. Same way the PWIs promote their colleges. That way, we can go ahead and get the damn finances, get the alumni, get the base up, get the people coming in, donating money, putting money in the books, so that we all can get paid. So, Mr. McClellan, if you're still around watching this video, maybe one of your handlers is watching the video, do me a favor. Use everything you got. Use every resource you have. Throw the book at it now. It should not be any shells left in the gun. 2024 is the year for getting contracts right. We've already seen how bad they are. If you don't treat yourself like the SEC of the FCS, then you may end up being the Big West of the FCS. I'll let you think about that for a second. Now, you have a wonderful day. I need to get back to the beach.